I finally think I started to understand. Is it 1? It is. Totally ready to go. F3 and tilde. Did you do that?
Yeah, I did.
Well, oh, look at that. Sammy didn't give me a prompt. But hello. Welcome the internets and our Redwall fans for a different type of video. We're going to do a quick office tour using the Hololense, which is really fun tech for me and new. And then we're going to try and solve a crime, hopefully together. Sammy, our wonderful, whatever we want her to be, it does our modding today, and will be able to tell me things, and everyone in the office will be able to talk and hear, and if they want to watch, they can, and they can participate. The HoloLens is, until we have what Gavin would like to call full VR, which I agree with this statement, is the best sort of changing reality system. Why I like that is because you don't have the I feel like barfing when your character isn't moving the way it should because your ears are saying one and your eyes are something else. And so Fragments is a game we will play, which was made by Microsoft Studios. But to start off, let's go around. So behind, in front of the monkey fist, is Chris. You all know Chris. He's the bald guy. And what is Chris up to?
Right now, I'm working mostly on the script. So one of the really update features here we're going to have is adding in the whole dialogue system, which we've had actually kind of functional for a long time, but we've never showed it in any of the builds. So I think right now, between Sam and I, we have about 70 pages of dialogue and lore and recipes and everything like that. And when those are in game, there'll be voiceovers and all that jazz. And we probably still need to add 20–30% to this before we're really done for Act 1. But that's what I'm working on. It's tuning that up and making sure it sounds like Redwall. And then I'm just doing managey stuff. So pointing fingers to people and telling them what to do, like a cranky boss.
Because that's how cranky bosses work. And we have a Chief CFO, Randy. This is Randy's room, but Randy's not here. Randy is here when we need to do financial things, but he likes to work from home a lot, and so we're happy with that. And then the kitchen is back there, bathroom around the corner. This is Gavin. Gavin is working on something. What is Gavin working on?
I am currently setting up a prototype for the little, like, when the guys walk around, they leave little, like, scent trails, and I'm prototyping an idea to test for performance. So, or at least I'm starting that process.
Cool beans. Then we have Josh Durkee. I call him Durkee because his last name is awesome, but his first name is Josh for anyone that doesn't know. What is Josh up to?
I'm working on AI. So the Chase Lilygrove level, I'm working more with Scum Snell, and what he does is he chases you.
Perfect. Zach Taylor, Zach Tack, is over here in the corner. He's our poor programmer that gets to be ignored by everyone. But what are you currently up to?
So I'm working on the mobility system right now. So I'm specifically working on letting you hang off of things. So right now you can like jump at ledges and then grab on if you don't quite make it. And now I'm working on a way to make sure you can actually climb down onto a spot without having to jump and do scary stuff.
Cool beans. This is the Adams. We'll start with Emily. What is Emily up to?
I am working on fixing the Lilygrove terrain. I changed it a bunch, and now I'm working on adding paths into it that match the terrain.
Cool beans. And getting us rivers, because rivers are better.
And rivers, yes.
And then off farther away is Jeremy. Say hello, Jeremy.
Hello.
Perfect. And what is Jeremy working on?
I'm working on a texture that I had already made, but I'm making adjustments to it to make it fit the style that we're aiming for.
Perfect. This right here with our absentee art director is Aaron's desk. She is working on improving textures, specifically for the columns to try and make them more interesting. This is in Blender, but Blender does Word.
Unwrapping the model. Texture? What are you looking for?
The height map. Normal map. Doesn't do normal as well, so there's not a lot of depth. So, and then this is Sammy's desk.
Hello. I get to play the upload game today.
Upload game?
Yeah.
That's a fun game.
Yeah, so I'm working with ye old pen and paper.
That's pretty cool. So, what's fun about her computer is she bought a really nice, great computer and then bought a really poor, small TV.
At Goodwill.
At Goodwill. And so it hurts me inside.
Or
So we're going to play a game. Hopefully, Chris has played this before. Maybe he'll help me. As you can see, I added the fragments to in front of the TV to try and make it like we were playing it on the TV, but I could, move it anywhere I wanted. If I wanted to. But I don't. So I don't know how this all will work, but I made a new profile, and we're going to do the adaptive to see if we're good at this or not.
Adaptive experience confirmed.
Chris played this, I guess, for like 3 hours last night, and got sucked in.
Hello, my name is Hamish. I'm an artificial intelligence, and I need your help. Before we begin, we'll need to sync our system with your perception of your environment. Look at your room, then air tap Start when you're ready.
Look at the place you want to sync, then... Oh, fine. Start.
Look around to scan the surfaces in your room. When a surface is scanned, it will change color. Once all the surfaces have been scanned, the system will be synced and will be ready to go.
Ooh.
Don't hesitate to move around, and look closely at your walls and ceiling.
Durkee's a wall.
Makes sense.
We've got a pretty good scan, but if you have more space in this room you could scan, please keep going. The more the system understands, the better. Okay, you're mostly in sync, but you can continue to scan the room if you'd like to get even better results.
That's fun. Now, where's my menu?
Great. Looks like we are in sync and ready to begin.
So I know for you guys, it probably doesn't look so amazing because of a flat screen, but basically right above the table is a 3D floating loading screen for me, loading segment. And if we play this for a while, and we can also show you it's the robot game where we shoot robots that are in the office. That is also fun, depending on where everyone would like to go. Loading, loading, loading. So, Chris, how long was the loading for you the first time?
Is it still? Are you scanning the room?
No, I'm done with that.
It feels like it's already longer than it does. You sure you got Wi-Fi?
Yeah. Memory 1, first dive.
So as I'm watching you over Sammy's shoulder, it's kind of funny.
The scan you just completed will allow the NIU to place fragments of memories in your world.
The guy.
We call this technology Providence. We're looking for someone who can make sense of these memories. A memory investigator.
There we go. I see the hologram.
Please look over here, by me. Do you see the small glimmers of light? Those are memory fragments. If you are the
That's
one
really
I'm
cool.
looking for, you should be able to bring them into focus. There, that rat. You can see it, can't you? Excellent. It's part of the memory. I'm loading the rest of the memory now.
The rat ran away.
What we're about to witness happened a few moments ago. I don't know what you'll see, investigator, but your first case has begun.
So you have to load the whole thing in?
We need to reconstruct the source of this memory, identify the person it belongs to.
Gotcha. What?
Somebody, please, help me! I told you to shut the hell up!
Well, that's no bueno.
Shut you up too long. We've lost the signal.
Damn. Let's just hope we're not too late.
The situation is worse than I thought. Director Kirkland will want to speak with us. Let's connect with her now. Please move into the glowing beacon to join the holocom. Please log into the call.
Everyone's here? Good. I'm Jane Kirkland, Director of the Neural Investigation Unit. This is Sarah Barnes, our biotech and forensic analyst.
Nice to meet you.
Ruth Halliday, our Chief Technology Expert.
Hey there.
Unfortunately, there's no time to get to know each other better right now. The young boy's life is at stake, and he's counting on us. I'd like you to see some footage that was taken from a press briefing this morning. Take a look over here, at your holoboard.
Please, please help us. Help us bring our little baby boy home again. Oh, for God's sake, please help me find my son.
Hamish, this one's personal. Get it done.
It's a heck of a thing.
We'd better get started. Patience is not the director's
Like I
strong
said, I
suit.
played it for 3-4 hours.
Our
I'm like,
technology
I
will
can't
let
stop.
you examine Lucas's recent memories. Once you're in, focus on finding clues. Go for any information that might aid us in narrowing in on Lucas's location. Take a look over here. Ruth set up this interactive map. We'll be able to set the filters on top to narrow in on Lucas's location. I've also added the filters here on your objective board, so you can reference them while in the memory. Your current goal is also outlined. I'll update it as you make progress in the investigation. You may want to take notes during your investigation. I suggest you equip yourself with a notepad and pen, just in case. Ready?
Sammy, you my notepad and pen?
Reloading Lucas's most recent memory in 3, 2, 1. Move your cursor over objects that look interesting. If they highlight, there may be more you can do with them.
No, would you be mine?
When the cursor changes on a highlighted object, it means you can... Whenever you look at an interesting detail on an object, I'll highlight and label it.
Tin something? TINS? Power system, 3-phase, 60 hertz.
To help with the investigation, I've just updated your objectives board with the evidence Providence has detected in the memory, including what you've already examined. If you ever feel lost, just look at the board. It's a good way to know if you've missed anything that could help you figure things out. Did you see a timestamp on the ticket? When you think you've learned what you can, we can head back to the lab and try to figure out Lucas Baker's location. All you have to do is say, Crime Lab.
11 a.m., 2 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Years ago, barometers like this were used to predict the weather.
I love how it says it was last time, but who knows when it was broken.
Doesn't look like these traps have met with a lot of success. You can air tap while looking at a piece of evidence to rotate it.
Hey.
The memory's stabilized. I'm pretty sure you've reconstructed what you can. A public transit ticket. Not sure what kind, though.
Departs at 12:30, one adult and one child. Remember 12:30.
If you're ready to go, just say Crime Lab. You will be able to...
Yeah, same as my secretary.
You need to collect more evidence.
12:30 can't be bus. Okay, so it has to be the ferry.
There's a lot to find in the memory. You should look around for anything else that could help us find Lucas.
Well, I said find anything else, and it's like...
You see different things than I did.
Well, it's hard, it's like...
That's not the same set. That's really interesting. You have your umbrella on a different place. I didn't have that full on the wall. I had a different statue. That's fascinating.
Well, it sucks that I have to look behind things.
Not all objects are examinable. The cursor will change when you can examine an object.
Could be. You mean that?
No, like there's a statue that. Well, I'm 15 seconds off. I think it's over there.
So there's a Medusa thing here.
Okay, so you've got the Medusa. I didn't even have the Minotaur, so I didn't see that. That's cool. So
I'm missing 4 things.
I didn't have that. Oh my gosh, it's all different. Maybe that should be true. Well, I think it's a lot smaller, so I'm probably just going to spread out this much. You've got all this extra
Well,
When
and
you're ready to go, just say Crime Lab. You will be able to return to the memory.
I'm missing evidence. Did you collect all your evidence?
I did.
Well, then what am I missing?
I will tell you, like the completionist in you, it doesn't pay off as much as it might in other places.
Fine. We'll just skip ahead.
Welcome back to your crime lab. Our data analyst, Ruth Halliday, has filled this map with all relevant information from the NIU database. Ruth believes Lucas is still in Louisiana.
What?
You can visualize what you found by using those filters up top. Just air tap while looking at one of the filter categories to select it. Then just select a filter based on what you saw in the memory. If you're not sure, don't worry. You can change the filter whenever you'd like.
So it was raining when...
Then you just look down at the map, and that'll set the... See? Now that the filter's set, the map's been updated with a visualization of your theory. You can air tap to select a filter, or air tap the memory button to return to the memory to look for more evidence.
Yeah.
Filter added.
It must be Tinsdale.
Marking the city's service by Tinsdale Energy. Could still be any of these cities. We should set at least one more filter to narrow things down further.
Wait, what? Oh, it's a ferry, so it has to be a port.
Here are the inland ports throughout Louisiana. Once you think you know which city Lucas is in, you can select it to submit a scan.
Do we remember the phone number?
From the matchbook?
Yeah.
I don't know if you get the same stuff as me.
While you're stepping through the memory, try to keep the map in mind. We need to find evidence that will help you set the filters and find Lucas.
I can't tell. It's a 4. Ends in a 4.
Okay, so that is the same number.
So you can't review them anywhere else other than in the thing?
You know which city Lucas is in. You can select it to submit a scan.
Fine. Oh, must be that one.
Here are the parishes that use the area code 504 or 985. If you're sure, we can submit a scan. The director will review your findings and then decide whether or not to authorize the scan and dispatch. Submitting scan to NIU.
Hamish, has the investigator figured out where we need to scan for Lucas?
Yes, Director. The investigator was quite thorough.
All right. If Lucas is here, our satellite will find him. Ruth, scan these coordinates.
Inputting the coordinates. If you're right, Sarah's gonna have a lot of new memory data for you.
Lucas is in New Orleans. Uploading new memory data.
Good. We're making progress. Ruth, get that map updated. Check the database and see if there's any relevant information that can help the investigator. New Orleans is a big city. We're going to have to tighten our search area.
Download complete.
So it was the same for you?
Ready for you. Let's see if there's anything new that could help us find Lucas. When you're ready, look at the objective board. and air tap the memory button, or say memory.
Yeah, no, I got the kid, but you better have my money! You might be dead in 10 minutes, kid. Use them wisely.
Okay, this is the audio tool. It isolates sound in the memory, no matter how faint, so you can hear them. Walk around the scene. Try to listen for any sounds that stand out. Your cursor will react when it passes over any audio evidence. When the cursor reacts, keep looking at the audio evidence. The tool will process it so you can hear it. I'll update your objective board whenever you find any audio evidence. We should be able to use what you hear to set the map filters and narrow in on the location.
So I have a clock.
You can hear that ringing too, right? His heart rate's elevated. He's frightened. We might be able to isolate sounds coming from outside the building through the window.
I did that already.
What
She's back
landmarks
now.
in New Orleans have bell towers?
Theater.
If you can find an air vent, we might be able to hear what's happening outside the building.
It's nice they give you hints.
Once you've heard enough and think you can solve it, we can head back to the map in your crime lab. We might be able to isolate sounds coming from outside the building through the window.
Remember, you can update your map with useful information by air tapping the filters located above it.
And I don't know if any of this made sense in there. So there's a church.
Highlighting all churches throughout New Orleans.
Do they have streetcars in here?
Here are the streetcar tracks throughout New Orleans.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I got the streetcars. I didn't know if that was a thing was in there. Okay. How do I know which zone it is? So there's roadworks.
I've marked the areas where roadwork is underway.
So it's the French Quarter because there's a church and like, I love how the problem is I talk and then it does it. And so, like, I'm trying to talk to the audience.
Oh, I see.
And it's just doing it for me.
See, when I was playing it last time, like, the kids were in bed, so I was all, like, trying to be flying.
Finalizing district coordinates. Now.
Tell me you have an update. We need to narrow the search area.
Indeed, the memory was investigated quite thoroughly.
Good, there's no time to waste. Ruth, get these coordinates scanned, now. Entering those coordinates. If this is right, we'll be able to pull a way stronger signal from Lucas's mind.
I've got him. Confirmed. He's somewhere in the French Quarter. Memory data upload underway.
Good. We're getting close. I'm sending field agents to comb the area, but we need to know exactly where Lucas is being held.
Download complete. Let's hope this new memory is all we need to find Lucas.
The desired location is now marked by an indicating beacon. Please move to the location marked by the beacon. Please look at the memory.
Where the hell have you been? 2 more minutes, I would have iced this kid and been in the wind. Now I served the basement just the way you asked. So give me my money!
You can use the IR tool to track a person's movements, or to find other evidence that might have left traces of heat behind. Providence will track any potentially relevant IR evidence on your objective board. That's a recent heat signature. The lock's safe. If Lucas saw what was inside, you might be able to open it. Remember, when you're looking at heat traces, old means cold.
Yeah.
Looks like 4 keys were touched. The safe likely has a 4-number combination.
Okay, wait. If I'm going to figure this out, it's a 4-digit code. 9 was the oldest, it's coldest. 7's the hottest.
Based on the heat, I think the first number is a 1. It's coldest. Great. Now, what do we have here? You can air tap on any of those clues to take a closer look. That's Lucas, all right. Clearly someone's been planning this for a while. This job was meticulously planned.
I marked the gateway car on your map as a black caddy parked down the street from the hideout. Leave the building, walk west from the entrance. If you hit Jackson Square, you've gone too far. So it's east of Jackson Square.
Pretty sketchy map, but I think I can make out some landmarks. This is the whole Baker family. The kidnapper had pretty good intel on his target. This might be just the break we need. Once you've seen enough, we should head back to the lab. It looks like you found every piece of IR evidence Providence detected in the memory.
In addition to the filters, we've labeled important landmarks on the map itself.
Oh man, this is why you're supposed to write everything down. Entertainment.
These are all the former or current entertainment venues. These are the buildings that have been reported as condemned.
Alright.
Such detailed planning went into this job. The folder you found earlier could hold some clues regarding the hideout's location.
Yeah, previous clues. How do I get to that? Like, I want to look at the block again. The block's down there. $1957.
There were a couple of references to Jackson Square in the plans you found in the safe. It's marked on your map if you need to use it as a point of reference.
Maybe the IR sensor could tell us something about the voltage setting of that junction box. Pretty sketchy map, but I think I can make out some landmarks. Let's see what's inside. You've been very thorough. The data indicates you've examined everything here. You won't be able to examine evidence while using the IR tool.
So how did I not use the IR tool? Tool. Examine. Now I wish I could go back in time.
Sending the building to NIU now.
I've got agents in position throughout the district. They just need a target. Hamish, can you confirm this is the place?
Yes, Director. We're closing in.
That's all I needed to hear. Ruth, scan the coordinates.
Okay. Scanning the coordinates requested. Sarah, you better start prepping the memory feed. Looks like we're going live.
It's Lucas. He's inside the Weeping Snake Theater. The signal's strong. I should be able to secure a live memory.
Let's hope we're not too late. Sam, did you get the coordinates?
Yeah, I'm almost there. I'll be in position momentarily.
Sarah's sending you a live feed from the satellite. You'll be experiencing Lucas's memories almost in real time. Get in there and be Sam's eyes.
The live scan's ready. Let's get moving.
The desired location is now marked by an indicating beacon. Please move to the location marked by the beacon. Please look at the memory.
Yes, I know. Someone definitely has eyes on us. Not to worry. We're still on schedule. They'll never get here in time.
No, please, no. No, please, no.
I'm in position. I need you to mark the hostile. I can't risk hitting Lucas.
Mark.
The trapdoor's locked from the inside. Mark the lock. I'll shoot it out and take this bastard down.
Mark.
What? The memory's been corrupted? How the hell did this happen? How the hell did they get into our system?
Lucas, do you hear me? Hey, you're gonna be okay, kid. Just breathe. Hang on just a little longer. What the hell's going on over there? I breached for the kid's on his own. Get a medical team in here! Bastard's long gone by now. Sam Dawes over and out.
Don't let him get to you. Lucas is safe. That's what matters. Somehow that psychopath manipulated the memory directly on the server, which means we've been.
Right. Look at you. Big damn hero. You think you did a good thing today, but you were too late. The boy's nothing. I got everything I needed. It's all right here. This is a nice place. You must have a very nice life. It's not too late for you to just walk away. Think of this call as a professional courtesy. Next time won't be a warning.
Investigator, do you hear me?
Our safety protocol requires an emergency reboot of the system. Stand by for a holo call.
Chris, it would seem like a good time to do that. I mean, it's loading the next section. We finished. through the first whole scene.
Okay. What'd you think of it?
I really liked it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just sit on it and I'll show you on the couch. I don't know if you want to take the thing off or what.
Nah, well, we need it on anyway for the Memory 5 Dr. Baker.
Please log into the call.
Nope.
So I'll be talking, I guess, to you and to the audience.
Yeah.
I think obviously there's been all this noise and all this stuff about virtual reality, but John and I, and I think among some people, we think that this is a way better solution, and there's all kinds of reasons for that. But I'll tell you one of the things that caught my mind was the ease of use with this thing was instantaneous. You stick it on your head, you go. I don't have any problems. Like, there's no setup. There's none of that. I don't have whatever it is. I don't have any things in my room to set up. And not to mention, I don't have to change my room, which seems like a stupid thing to have to deal with, except that when you realize that you're playing that game automatically and you know how to walk around the end table, walk around the couches, that's just all done for you. And it's like the simplicity of the whole thing is so fantastic by like tracking my movement from me instead of from the environment. It's kind of backwards from what you usually see in VR, and it's a much, much better solve.
And that's the camera if you ever want to talk to them. They're not...
Oh, okay.
But you can... I realize I'm the only one that's not on camera. You're on camera because I see... See, it's weird for me to think about it. Like, oh, you need to be on the camera, but
both cameras.
But you're on the real camera.
Well,
with HoloLens, yes, it's expensive. It's $3,000 for a dev kit, which is what we have right here. But you have to remember that it's a whole computer. And so... it doesn't hook up anything. And so the app that's running on my computer for you guys to see what we're doing is just a live stream feed of this. This is actually recording everything, including the audio and the speaker that's the microphone's on it. We just use this microphone to talk. And that is then streaming to you guys using my computer, just simple OBS software. And so everything to run it is on here. It doesn't require an external computer to work, which is why I can walk everywhere using Wi-Fi and have the whole room.
And there's no cords, there's no wands, there's none of that. It's all self-contained. The whole thing is so nice.
And I do have this, which they call the clicker, which is really useful. You'll see, like, that brings up the menu. I can do that without. And so before, you know, you'd have to do the click system, and you just put on this.
And all that really does is
it just makes
the
it
gesture easier.
Yeah, it's the only difference.
You don't need it. It's just convenient.
It's just a convenience thing,
Yeah.
but it makes it a lot easier to go around and click this one little click.
Yeah.
And they did a great job of, you know, index finger and then it clicks.
So I was thinking about the ease of use, which I love, but there's also the motion sickness problem, which I know is always like my eyes, what they see in VR is disagreeing with what my inner ear feels in terms of acceleration and angle and everything else. And so it makes people sick. But I never have any of that problem here. One, because I see my world accurately. But it's never trying to trick me in that regard. Like, it's adding to the world that I already experienced, not replacing it. And that is, there's no motion sickness, there's no weirdness like that. It's, people aren't falling over. It seems like a stupid thing, except it really is a huge help.
Sammy, were there any comments people wanted to say or anything they were saying while they're seeing?
No real questions or anything.
Is there a Unity dev kit or plug-in or something? Or
There is a way for there. You download a whole Unity, which is kind of like how it works a little bit with the Xbox. But you download it. It's a special version of Unity, but it's just the current version of Unity, and then you can develop for this. You know, and I know for you guys, it might have seemed grainy or anything like that, but when you're in the system, you know, it doesn't feel that way.
Yeah, I don't really know how it compares. I think the 3D effect is something that in the HoloLens experience is really, really compelling. But I don't know how much that really translates to a 2D. But it's super useful. Like, useful is the wrong word. compelling, I think, is right. Like in that world, it's fantastic. And yeah, and you look around things, like it's crazy.
Yeah.
I just think that's so much fun. So it occurred to me like one like bare minimum test case that we might, because to be clear, like we are exploring whether or not using this kind of technology would have any value to the Redwall world, and there's a lot of pieces to that. The technology is one of them. Sort of the market availability or the lack of it is another one. But it's worth thinking about. And it occurs to me, if that thing tells you where the floor is, kind of automatically, I wonder how hard it would be just to stick Sophia at the scale that we imagine her and just walk around the room with you. Like, would it be that? Is it that plug and play, and all of a sudden she's a hologram? I don't know.
I have no idea.
But it crossed my mind. It's like, what can we do with this as a MVP? I don't know.
Yeah.
So where can you get this thing, Chris? Where'd you guys get it?
We got it from the Microsoft. I mean, they had like a developer thing.
If you just search for HoloLens, there's a HoloLens website, and you can search it there, and you can buy it straight from them, and they'll ship it to you.
But you can't buy them in a store, right? These are still
No, you get them directly from Microsoft. They're dev, and you have to be willing to burn at least 3,000. There is a special like package for 5,000. I don't know what the difference is, but yes.
So I think Nova wants to turn her living room into Redwall Abbey.
Yes.
Yes.
Right? And so you think, that's what I'm thinking, like the way that game just gave you like bricks on the wall and stuff, the idea that I could map your room, my room, Nova's room, turn it into red sandstone, add a fireplace, have a couple Dibbins running around. I think that's actually pretty low lift.
Yeah. Can you then scan your backyard and like play a farming game AR? Because
I don't know. We haven't taken it outside, have we? I don't even know what it does outside.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you do, like when we were looking at the guy through the window, the light kind of interfered with the hologram. And so, yeah. But I don't know. I mean, it was...
And I don't know how it scans room. Is it IR? Is it visible light? I don't know what it's doing. And so when we were working with RealSense, sunlight had a bad impact on the whole IR sensor. Like it messed it up. So I don't know. But it'd be great. It'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
That's all. We think it's so much fun. And, did you show the dinosaurs or the...
No, I was going to do the robo. I had it up, but I wanted to let you talk or whatever we needed to do. Then I'm going to show them that. So the robo game is we're going to shoot up the office and make holes in the wall. And so...
And then probably we're pretty close to time box, aren't we?
Yeah, probably.
So I'll get out of your hair. Have fun.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Goodbye, everybody.
Ready to start.
So this is Robo Raid, which is also a fun game for us.
Human. My name is X-Ray Mark 17. I'm a status 4 planet destroyer AI module. Don't be alarmed. I'm here to help you. If they capture me, your planet is doomed. But if I transfer my powers to you, we can still stop them. Quickly, come closer.
Human interface established. Weapon systems online. Shields engaged. They'll be here any second. Brace yourself.
Nice move.
And so we like this because you can actually see in the walls and behind them.
Both make it through. Aerial attack incoming. Look out! All right, my X-ray meter is nearly charged. I will slow them down, so destroy as many as you can. Quickly, destroy them all. Excellent shooting. They don't stand a chance against X-ray. I wouldn't be surprised if they change tactics here. Stay alert. X-ray charged. Say X-ray to activate. Get down.
X-ray.
They're going behind the walls. Nice work. Keep it up. They're going to throw everything they have at us. Here they come.
Ouch.
Let them get too close. Oh, that might be the last of them. Spoke too soon. Something big is coming.
Whoa.
A clear victory.
Whew. All right. So that was Robo Raid. I want to thank everyone that joined us. And
I lost the thread of the conversation. Could you rephrase what you said?
No, Cortana, I can't. Thank you for joining us. And
sorry about that. I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I know you didn't hear anything, Cortana. And I hope and stop listening. until next time, next week will be another art stream, which will make Aaron happy. You can see the love, right? And we hope to see you next week. Thank you all for joining us. And I hope you had fun as I played with the Hololense, which is my new favorite toy.